So those of you that know me and maybe have come across my work before will know that for the last few years, probably the last 5 years, certainly the last 2 years, I have been working in communities and spaces and places where there is a lot of unmet need. And that's been part of my journey, part of my story, part of the learning that I needed to experience is what is really going on for people and the level of absolute hopelessness, despair, trauma, the mental, the emotional, the physical and the behavioural responses to the things that people are experiencing without any help and support to process them is off the scale. I knew it was going to be tough, I knew it was going to be challenging, but I wasn't prepared for the level of despair. My walking the talk element and my bit of shadow work that I've been relentlessly trying to pursue is to suss that out. Where does the distinction lie? Where is the line? Where am I being absolutely helpful and doing what I feel I'm here to do? And where is this really toxic and it jumping over the lines into trauma drive, codependency? Where am I actually being part of the problem and not part of the solution? Because there is a fine line with the kind of work that I do. So I kind of had one of many difficult situations where I was forced, even though my instincts have been telling me for a while to do that. Obviously it's difficult, isn't it? Even when you are super spiritual like me and you think you know everything and listen to your guidance all the time, when it's guidance that tells you to do something you don't want to do, you tend to kind of put it off and like, yeah, well, I know, I'll get round to that. And what happens is inevitably something swipes your legs from under you and makes you do what you've been told to do by your gut for many, many months and even years sometimes. So that happened to me, and it's happened to me a few times over the years, and I know that's part of the learning for me. But I had to stop and I had to reassess and I had to look really seriously at what I was doing, what was my actual identity, passion, purpose, what was the future for me, what did it look like, what made a difference to me, what made a difference to my health, what did I need to work on, what would impact my family, what blocks have I got to work on, and how can I show up? How can I show up as the most authentic version of me, and how can I really, really make a difference and help and be of service whilst not sacrificing myself, which is the big challenge, getting the balance right. So I've taken some time, and it's been really difficult because a lot of people, I got to the point where there was an unmanageable amount of people in my spaces and in my working week and in my inboxes, and my boundaries that I had really worked hard to put into place, I was leaping over them because I felt I had to. And even though I knew, because I'd done so much work on that and I'd put provision in place and I'd put safeguards in place, now I know that it was just a bit of a test and it was more learning that I needed to do because I wasn't quite there yet. But at the time I thought, I'm assessing this well. I know this isn't right, but it's a means to an end and it's a short-term solution, and I'll pull it back there and I'll do this instead. And I was wrong. There's no other way to do it. Your gut will tell you every single time. So this was all going on, and I'm on the right track. I know I am. This is what I'm meant to do. This is me. This is my purpose. And at the same time, my body doesn't like this. My emotional state is not good. My mental state is not good. So where am I going wrong? How can I bring the two together and get some balance?